Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Giant. I am a aspiring pilot, and I also have a very weird addiction to planes, and I know quite a bit about them. So welcome to my channel, where I showcase my knowledge, and also hopefully you can learn something from me. And maybe if you're an other, let's say, aeroplane addict, you're probably going to enjoy this one. So today, as you can see, we have loaded in the Thai Airways Boeing 777-300ER, and we're going to be flying it down from Frankfurt to Bangkok. Flight time today is going to be just over 10 hours, I should say. We'll be flying over pretty much the whole of Europe, over Asia, and then into Thailand. So let's take a seat in the captain's seat of our Boeing 777. And let's get this flight started, shall we? Let's do that really quickly. And as you can see, our first officer is already here, and the aircraft is in a cold and dark state. So let's power it on. The battery is coming on. The external power should have been connected, and it doesn't look like it is. That's fine. We are going to connect it now. And there we have two external powers as they come on. Okay, lovely. So till the aircraft comes up to power, let's just turn on some essential components here. So we want the in-flight entertainment, passenger seats, and cabin utility on at this moment. Emergency exit lights can go into on. Window heat coming on at the moment. All of these can remain off. Fueling hasn't been done yet, hasn't even been started, so seatbelt signs will be off. Local lights are going on, as we are late into the evening, and everything else is looking good. We're going to wait for the aircraft to power up, but by then we are going to start by requesting our flight plan from SimBrief. So we are the Thai 923 from Frankfurt to Bangkok, and on the Hotel Sierra Tango Tango Charlie, which is what our aircraft is. Okay, so let's start by getting some charts, shall we? The departure, airport, there you go, and airport chart 10-9, that looks good. We don't need anything else at the moment. You know what, let's take the takeoff minimums too, and then let's take our SIP. So that is going to be the 10-3 in hotel chart. Alright, and for our arrival into Bangkok, we have the Wheeler 1 Charlie arrival, and our approach is going to be a R&B runway 20 right. So let's pick up that 2. There we have it. Okay, so airport charts. Let's go back and get the airport charts for Bangkok, and now all of those are pinned.
Runway awareness, okay. Meters.
That is good to know. Okay, so let's get this started. Let's get the departure ATIS first, and let's look at our OFP. So we are the Frankfurt Thai Airways 9023 from Frankfurt to Bangkok on the 777 Whiskey. That looks good up here. Plus next 200, that's nice to see always. So we're going to be, well, we're expected to take 97.7 tons of fuel. I'm going to run that up and take 98.2 tons. It's always better to be safe than to be sorry. Use our route, that looks fine. Now let's look at our discretionary fuel. So if we fly with cost index 500, we need to carry an additional of 2.8 tons of fuel, and that only saves 8 minutes, so that's not worth it. And the same if we go cost index 0, we save around 500 kilos, but we add 15 minutes to our flight time, and we don't want that. So we're just gonna take flight level cost index 200. So off clock is at 1840. At the moment it's 1809, so that's 30 minutes from now. And then block time back into Bangkok is expected to be at 5:17:0. All right. So we have 310 passengers on board, 7.8 tons of cargo, and the total payload then comes out to 34.4 tons. Fuel is going to be 97.7 tons. That's already checked. We're going to be taking 98.2. Okay, so let's look at our weather. on today's flight. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna do this manually. Trying to do this while not clicking the mouse a little bit too hard is always very hard. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so our takeoff weather. There we go. So departure at Frankfurt, wind 220 at 3, so we can expect runway 25 center for departure. 200 variable 260, that's fine. We have good visibility, light rain in the area, light showers in the area, I should say. Broken at 1,800 feet and broken at 4,300 feet again. Wind H1014 and everything else is looking good. Temporarily short rain. Our destination weather is also looking good. We have calm winds, good visibility, free clouds at 2,000 feet, and outside temperature of 31 degrees with a QNH of 1011. All easy going there. Let's look at our significant weather charts for today's flight. Okay, here they are. So as you can see, it's pretty much a flight from Frankfurt. We'll be heading east. Well, should mostly say southeast. Over Europe, over Belarus, just passing Turkey here, or just near the airspace, and then over Pakistani airspace, Indian airspace, over China into Bangkok. In terms of weather, we have good weather for the first half of the flight, good weather for the second half, or the middle part of the flight, and then for our ending, right above India, we have some CBs up to 53,000 feet, and then again some CBs all over the rest of our flight up to 50,000 feet. Should be light turbulence, but nothing too special. Okay, now this is set, and for those of you wondering what that annoying beep is, it's just GSX being GSX. So let's see what this means. We can, you know what, I'm going to be setting the fuel manually. We can just close entry R5. You know what, let's go ahead and do that so it stops yelling at us. Close R5. Knowing GSX is going to reopen it all by itself. Yep, there we go. That's GSX for you. Anyway, can you please close the door? I'm just going to close all, see what happens. Okay, and now my frame rate has just taken a drop, or a very strong drop too. Why is this armed? I don't get GSX. I don't think anyone does. Okay, finally the door is closed. That door is open. You know what, I'm not even going to question it. The jet is connected over here. This door should be open. Oh my god. Okay, let's just close this door and leave things as is. We can start with the boarding process already. I'm going to do the refueling manually as mentioned, because we're going to be taking some extra fuel today. Anyways, so all easy going here as mentioned. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna let my PC just not freak out for a minute here. Okay, let's start aligning our IRS or IRU, whatever you want to call it, 0 knot Boeing. APU is going to be turned off for the moment. Everything else is looking good up here. You know what? Go ahead and turn on the APU, because why not? Now that the APU is turning on, let's go ahead and request our weights from SimBrief. Besides loading, import weight and balance from SimBrief. We're going to take 98 tons of fuel today. 98 to 100. Okay, nope. Yes, please. 90,200 tons of fuel. 90,200 tons set. Okay, so for today, I'm going to be using my WinWing TFRP Pro in order to input my data over here. So if you don't see my cursor moving, but if you're wondering why the buttons are clicking, it is because of that. Okay, so our nav data is current, and we can go ahead and do our business unit. So we are at Frankfurt EDDF. Our gate is Bravo 48. On an inertial position, we can just copy and paste this. Okay, so let that load in. I am going to be inputting the route manually. because we're on a Boeing plane. In real life, I'm pretty sure it does not have the automatic uplink like the Airbuses do. Something I prefer, to be honest. It's always more fun to put in the route by yourself. Might be a little bit time consuming, but that's fine. Alright, so this is what we need. Okay, so origin is Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot, which is Frankfurt, and our arrival is VT Bravo Sierra Bangkok. So we are the Thai 923. Hello? Oh, oopsies, if you will. There we go. Okay, so our departure is going to be runway 25 center for the moment with the Zulu 6 Foxtrot departure. If it will let me insert that, that is. Zulu 6 Foxtrot. There we go, Zulu 6 Foxtrot. Runway 25 center. Let's go back to the route. Now that is inserted. Okay, so let's find our route over here. Okay, to Zulus, and then we have. I am going to be using my Okay, that's lovely. Now that that is set, we can go ahead and activate that. Execute. Lovely. So let's put in our gross weight of whatnot. Zero fuel weight is going to be 203 tons. Our reserves is going to be 4.1 plus 3 tons. That will be 7.1 tons in reserve fuel. Cruising altitude is initially flight level 310. Cost index is 200 on today's flight. 2 CG will make that 30 because that is the usual. Okay, for now that is completed. Now let's go ahead and make our fix info. So Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. So for runway 25 center, our heading is airport, Frankfurt. Here is runway 25 center and our heading is 246. Lovely. So 246 at 25 miles. This is going to be, in case we have an engine failure, we know the distance from the airport there. We can pick up a holding and then come back in for a landing if we need to. We'll get on that a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and request our wind, shall we? So frequency calm. Performance unit request. Well, that is coming in. We can go ahead and do our eject. We're just going to reject it for now because we already inputted it ourselves. We'll come back to these later. Okay, so wind data request. There we go. Wind data is requesting. So this, during the wind data request, would give us winds at our cruising altitude and whatnot. So this will give us like a proper estimate, or this will let the aircraft know what a proper estimate would be for our arrival fuel. Okay, so we're going to load that and okay, execute. Let's also do the same for our descent forecast already. Cruising altitude for the moment is 130. We'll obviously check on that once we get to Bangkok, or before we start descent, I should say. So the lighting is weird, and you're wondering why that is. If my PC would just stop lagging, that would be nice. That's because of the airport. I cleared my WASM folders just before loading the aircraft in, so it's kind of pretty much loading everything again. So the possibilities of my PC crashing are high, but hopefully that does not happen, now that I've said it. Oh well. Okay, so let's go back here, and everything over here at the moment looks lovely. Okay, so we can do our initial takeoff calculations. So performance 2, runway 25 center. Okay, why did it request it again? Doesn't forecast storage. We already have it over here. Okay, so Frankfurt, runway 25 center. Let's calculate our weight. So EFB, OFB, okay. So zero fuel weight is 203 tons, and we've taken, I believe it's 98.2 tons. So that'll become 301.2 tons is our takeoff weight. 30120. CG that can import from aircraft. Lovely. Okay, import weather 2, because why not? Calculate, shall we? Okay, so first let's input our thrust limit. It's going to be a takeoff 1 departure with 52 degrees of assumed temperature. So this assumed temperature, what that does is basically, we can maybe do that. Let's go climb 1, maybe then that would help. So anyways, as I was saying, this 52 degrees is the assumed temperature, and what that does is basically tell the aircraft that the outside temperature is actually more than what it is, and that would trick the engine into producing lesser thrust than what is actually available. So that's what that is for. Now let's go over here and let's put in our flaps. So we have a flaps 5 departure, a CG of 29%. This is the center of gravity. And then let's input the weather data into, so 270 at 5. Our runway slope is minus 0.3. That's not what I tried to input. Okay, well, I'll just put in D 0.3. Why is it not letting me? Please work with you. D 0.3. There we go. Outside temperature is 13 degrees, and for Frankfurt, let's just check out our engine acceleration height and whatnot. I'm using black box 711 for this, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, so our acceleration height is going to be 1900 for our engine out, but our usual thrust reduction will be 1360. If you will let me input it. Great. There we go. Okay, now V1 is 147, calculate the 173. Now because these are within 1 knot, we can just take this. VR is 178, which is correct, and V2 is 179, easy going there. Okay, so now our takeoff speeds are also inserted. How's our boarding process going? 77 out of 370, that is definitely going to take a while. We're supposed to depart in 10 minutes, so that's not great, but that's okay. No, not much we can do. Okay, let's go ahead and set up our aircraft then. You are 10 out once, you are again, QNH was 1007, was it? QNH 1014. You will go ahead and listen to the ETS in a little bit, so don't worry about that. There we go. Flight directors, IAS would be a V2, so 179. And now VNAV runway heading is 242. 246 correction. Go ahead and pre-select that. 26. Visual time here at Frankfurt, I'm expecting it to be 7000, which is not standard, but same tensions. Well, that's the AI we're using today for our ATC, so yeah. Okay, so there's a camera. Obviously it's not simulated in game, but I'm going to select that because that's what they usually have. And pretty much everything that I'm selecting over here is what they'd have in real life on standby. Okay, TCOS is going into standby. QMDG always puts it in Tara when we load in, so that's something we need to change. And okay, I thought that was a screw just floating there instead of the idle button, but whatever. Squawk for the moment is going to be 2000. We're going to go above. All of this looks good. For our frequencies, VHF left, VHF right. I'm going to set up my APC here, so we're going to take 121.5 and then 122.8. For those of you wondering, this is what all aircraft flying in the air are tuned into. So you'll have the same, you'll be transmitting on VHF1, working with the PA2. Let's turn that down a little bit though. Okay, I don't know, I don't think we've done in this game. So in a file like this, we'll definitely have more than 3 files, so you'll have the same too, for the PA recording at the same moment. Let's go ahead and do the flight test in the meantime. Flight test pass, that's good to see. Let's just check all these and then we'll hit recall. Hydraulic quantity low, that's fine because the hydraulics not pressurized. The same for this engine shutdown, that's okay. TCOS off, doors open, brakes doors off. Fuel pressure is okay, yeah, so we can go ahead and clear all of those for the moment. And then the fuel is complete, so we'll go ahead and turn on the seatbelt signs. AP is running, XL power can come off. I'm going to turn on the center tank here, so the APU takes fuel from the center tank. I'm going to show you that page really quickly. So our APU takes fuel from either the center tank or the left hand side tank, and if it's running for too long, which at the moment is looking like it's going to because of the speed our boarding is commencing, I don't want there to be an imbalance between these two tanks. Hence why I'll turn on the center tank and I'll take fuel from the center instead. And everything else is looking good. Tanks are on. Lovely. Okay, everything on that side is set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up till our boarding is complete, and then I'll catch you guys back in a little bit because it looks like it's going to take some time. Okay, before we go on with this fast forward, let's do the pre-flight checklist. So let's check our oxygen. That looks good. That looks good too. And textures are looking really bad today. I don't know why that is. I don't know, it's because... Okay, all 3 oxygens are looking good. I don't know if it's because I'm screen recording for the first time, but oh well. Okay, oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments heading is 026. Altimeter is QNH10, should be 1015 really. Correction, 1014. Okay. I don't know why it's being so there we go. QNH 1014 reading 360 feet, which is the airport elevation. Set twice, and that looks good. Altimeter set. Pre-flight checklist complete. Okay, now we can continue with the fast forward, and I'll catch you guys when we are ready for our pushback. Okay guys, so we are back and our boarding is complete. Let's just look at our rate and balance page. We have... Alright, that makes us a total of 310 passengers, that looks good. The official weight is 203 tons as usual, as normal takeoff weight is 301.2. I'm going to change that over here. Okay, that's fine. That's what we calculated. I'm going to listen to the ETIS, or we're going to listen to it together, and then we are going to ask for IFR clearance to Bangkok. So This is 118730. Is it? Yeah? Or why is it mine? Hello? Am I being stupid? 118730. Why is it not? Okay, well, this chart is probably wrong. Okay, let's check out same tensions, what the Asus is. Okay, same tension says the Asus is 118.03. So let's go ahead and key that in. 118.030. You gotta be kidding me, right? Okay, good. Alright, click number 2. Okay guys, we are back and our boarding is now complete. So if you go to the weight and balance, our zero fuel weight is 203 tons. We can make that 0.1, that's fine. And our takeoff weight is 301.2. And we calculate our takeoff performance for 301.23, so that's good. Let's go ahead and request our ATIS from Same Tensions. ATIS request. Same Tensions to AI at Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. Send. And while that's sending, we're around 7 minutes behind schedule already, so let's try and get out of here as soon as possible. Once that is in, we can request our alpha clearance. I'm going to do that by voice because it's a little bit more fun, and then we can go ahead. So 122.035. Let's go and set that. 122. That is not bad. Okay, new messages. Okay, Frankfurt information hotel. Departing runway is 25 18 and 270 at 5 is really 10, but looks good. Temperature 13, QNH 1014 is already set, and the level is 60, so ground altitude is 6,000 feet. And reback runway and hotel, okay, that's all good. So we have information hotel. Let's go ahead and request our departure clearance. So it is information hotel, Frankfurt. Gate is going to be Bravo 48. And we can say good day. Okay, so we'll apply 9023 Frankfurt, departure Frankfurt, destination Bangkok. It is information hotel at gate Bravo 48. Good day. Send. Sent. Lovely. Okay, so we can wait for that to come back. By then we can go ahead and prepare the aircraft for pushback and departure. Before we do that, I'm gonna, after we get our alpha clearance back, then I'm gonna say hello to the passengers and then we can go ahead. I did load it. Okay, we're gonna click on new flight again. Actually, I'm gonna close the intentions and reopen it. See if that works. That's the sound of say intentions up and running. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so okay, so fire information. Let's do that again. Information hotel. Facility is going to be Frankfurt. To the east, right? Nice. Thank you. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, 2 times the charm, please. Okay, there we go. Gate is Bravo 48. Good. And send. Okay, so that's getting set now. Exit. Wait for them to come back with that information. Till then, we need to set our trim still. Okay, so please stand by. A request is being processed. Okay, we'll do that. Cockpit to ground. Can we pressurize the aircraft? We're gonna assume they said yes. For both outputs to go away. If you will, please. Okay, let's give that another try. That full code should have gone by now. Don't know why it hasn't. What's our hydraulic quantity? Oh, what? How can it be 0? Maintenance. Refill hydraulic fluid. Why is it not refill? Let's try it over here. So return. It's so hard to see from here. Okay. Ground maintenance. Refill hydraulic fluid. There we go. Alright, now we're back. Alright. Okay, lovely. So trim is going to be 5 units, so let's go ahead and set that. 5 minutes has been set. Okay, ground, we are depressurizing the aircraft now. Okay, what happened to our ATC here? No new messages yet. Tell you what. Okay, I'm going to. Is my game willing to work? Okay, we are back now. Our IFA clearance didn't get resent after, no sound from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to request our IFA clearance by voice. So let's go ahead and do that. Frankfurt clearance. Good evening, Thai 923 at gate Bravo 48 with information Hotel Air requesting Alpha clearance to Bangkok as filed. Let's wait for him to respond. He chooses to. Hello. 122035. 122035. Why are they not responding? Come on, say intentions. Really not gonna work today. Out of all days. Reopening say intentions for like third time now. New flight. Okay guys, let's now that our trim is set, let's go ahead and request our IFR clearance by voice, because looks like they haven't sent any clearance back to us, so we're gonna just request it by voice. Frankfurt clearance, good evening. Turkish correction. Thai 9023 requesting IFR clearance to Bangkok as filed with information hotel gate Bravo 48. Applicable mode. Hey, he's actually there now. That's good to hear. Thai 923 cleared to Swarmabubi International Airport via the Sulu 6 Foxtrot departure runway 25 center, initial climb up to 7,000, departure on 118.1505, squawk 5754, Thai 923. Why is he not responding? I'm gonna read that back again. Thai 923 cleared to Bangkok via the Sulu 6 Foxtrot departure runway 25 center, initial climb 7,000, departure on 118.505, squawk 5754. Come on, man. Ground 121.805, Thai 993. Bye bye, have a good day. Good rest of your evening. Okay, so finally, we're getting somewhere. 121.805. 121. What? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna be lost. So, let's go back and do this now. Okay, so 6 Foxtrot is checked. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, so the 6 Foxtrot is checked. Departure runway 25 center is also checked. Departure runway 25 center is also checked. Infogram up to 7,000 feet. Departure on 118.505. Go ahead and place that here. Please select that here. Whatever, man. And the squawk 5754. Let's do that here. 5754. Squawk 5754, sorry. Okay, so all of this is looking good for the moment. Let's go ahead and clear this now. Okay, now that that is done, let us go ahead and say hello to our passengers and get on our way to Bangkok. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good evening. This is your captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Giant. Assisting me here in the flight deck is First Officer Alexandra. Welcome on board our Boeing 777-300ER service to Bangkok from Frankfurt. We'll be initially cruising at an altitude of 31,000 feet and then making our way up to 37,000 feet later in the flight. Flight time today is expected to be just over 10 hours. We'll be expecting some light turbulence towards the final part of the flight. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for choosing Thai. If there's anything that you need from us, please do not hesitate to ask our charming flight attendants. They're here primarily for your safety, but also your comfort. I'll talk to you before we start descent into Bangkok with the latest weather information. Till then, sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of this flight. Okay, so now that is done, we can go ahead and do our before start checklist. Flight deck door, post and lock, MCP V2179R, initial heading 246, initial climb 7000. Takeoff speeds V1174, VR178, V2179, CD preflight complete, trim 5 units set, 0 and 0. Taxi takeoff briefing, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm holding up beacon 2. Okay, so let's go for the briefing, shall we? You seem to be a full-length takeoff, runway 25 center. Hotspots for taxi are non-existent, but anything with wheels on it on the ground are hotspots for our taxi. Initial climb up to 7,000 given by ATC. MSA in the area of our departure. If you'd like me. Where is it? Yeah. MSA in the area of our departure is. Wait. Job. Yeah, MSA in the area of the departure, as I was saying, is 4,300 feet. In case of an engine out, we just go ahead and climb and maintain 4,500. If able, we go up to 5,000 feet. We are above our maximum landing weight, so if in case we need to come back for an immediate landing, we can do the overweight landing procedure. But that'll only be done if our aircraft is on fire and we can't control it, or if the aircraft is in a state that we are unable to control it in general. In terms of non-standards, there aren't anything per se. The weather is looking good. Terrain is not an issue either, so I don't see any threats for this flight. Do you see anything? Take that as a no. So taxi and takeoff briefing has been completed. Let's go ahead and request for pushback and startup. Frankfurt ground, good evening. Thai 923 requesting pushback and startup clearance. Okay, you know what? Okay, we'll contact ground Thai 923. I am going to tell my first officer to do that. Hey Alexandra, your ATC communications. Can you contact ground and request for pushback and startup clearance, please? Thank you. Okay, so we face southeast, which is pretty much down there. So we just put tail to the left. Okay, so we can prepare for pushback and departure. Operations. Release GPU, remove the chocks, and close all those. Cabin crew, arm all doors and cross check. Okay, So the first checklist is complete. Nice. Okay, thank you for that. I have a little Australian buddy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and insert our step altitudes by the time they are preparing our aircraft. I was gonna do this in flight, okay. So Azimuth, flight level 330S. And then at Bagua, flight level 350 staff. And then at Bravo November, flight level 370 staff. Okay, so tail to the left. Parking brake released. Okay, thank you for that. I'll start my engines after we're clear of this. Okay, thank you. After this white line here. I'm pretty sure I said Alexander earlier in the flight. I'm sure she won't pick up personally. Let's hope not. Okay, where is GSX pushing us? That. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start the left-hand side engine. Fuel pumps coming on. Okay, left-hand side engine. Correction. It's supposed to be the left-hand side engine. Listen to that GE91. We don't have jet fuel into the engine. No, that is, you gotta log that on. Okay, we have a good start on engine number 1, starting in number 2 now. Let's be sure to inject fuel when N2 is at 20%. No. Wait. That's just a beautiful aircraft, isn't it? Okay, that's good to hear. Thank you, mate. Listen to that. Absolutely fantastic. ground. We have 2 good insights to clear this connection. Shows the pin on the left hand side. Have a good day, bye bye. Okay, there he is with the pin, and he's holding the pin and he's waving at us. Okay, that's good to see. Alright, so flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral. Full left, full right, neutral, right up, full left, full right, neutral. Flight control check completed. Off start checklist, please. Anti-ice off, recall check, flight control check, ground equipment is clear. Before taxi check is completed. Can you request our taxi, please? Thank you. If we'd get on with it, that would be nice. Come on, you can do it. Just talk to him. Okay. Thai 9023 requesting taxi to runway 25 Santa. Now you want to talk to him. Left hand side clear, right hand side is clear. Lights on. So, taxi run pretty easy. November, Lima, and Lima 1. Okay, let's go. Parking vehicle east. We are moving, ladies and gentlemen. So November is the first left over here, but he wants us to November 4, so I'll be straight ahead over here. Yeah, November 4, Lima 1. Okay, no vehicles coming on either side, that's nice. Always good to see that. So let's go over our departure briefing once again. It's going to be full length takeoff, runway 25 center. Initial climb up to 7,000 MSA in the area is 4,300 feet. In case of an engine out on takeoff, maximum pitch is going to be 7.5 degrees. We will have to do the overweight landing procedure and come left hand side of the. We'll have to do the overweight landing procedure and come back in for landing ILS runway 25 left, which is the arrival runway at Frankfurt at the moment. In terms of threats, I don't have any threats. Do you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions? I'll take that as a no, then we can go ahead and do the before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete. Okay. So pretty much straight ahead over here. Increase the speed just a little bit. Cabin is ready, lovely. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, so if you're wondering what scenery I'm using for Frankfurt, it is the Airsoft EDDF with the GSX profile installed. So you can find that either on the marketplace or you can go ahead and install it from flightsim.to. Okay. Ground Thai 9023 ready for departure. Okay, so maximum current speed is Lima 1 for info, 10 knots. Somewhere in there. So we have some rain right after departure.
Approaching 2 by center.
Intentional. Okay, line of checklist, takeoff, starter, cabin crew, seats for departure. Cabin crew advised, officer on, line of checklist, complete. Okay, final is clear as far as I saw, and the runway is also clear. So we don't want to waste any of the runway. So take all the runway available to us. Give all of it to me. Okay, so that rain is moving away, so that's it.
On runway 2 by center.
That is intentional. Okay, timer on. Jesus. Okay, and let us go. Stabilized. Toga. Press up. Shaft.
80 knots.
Shaft. This is fast, huh? G90 is no joke. Okay, my game is
V1. Rotate.
This is horrible, huh? I mean, so cool.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Man, this is literally unflyable. This game is so bad. 400, shaft. So many stutters, it's actually unbelievable. Okay, now that our stutters are stopped, let's actually enjoy flying this aircraft a little bit. $7,000 now, $1,000 more. So a couple of notes here. First of all, anyways, as I was saying, so a couple of things I've mentioned. Firstly, the V1, VR, V2. Now, I'm gonna run you down through the speeds, okay? So V1 is essentially our no-stop speed. So no matter what happens with our aircraft, you will have to continue with the takeoff roll. I'll get back to you because I kind of want to direct here. Hi, 923, requesting direct to Delta Foxtrot 170 due to weather. direct Delta Foxtrot 170 approved and climb flight level 200, the Thai 923. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, V1 is essentially your decision speed. So no matter what happens with the aircraft, it could be engine fire, engine failure, you name it. Any warning that comes up, we don't stop because it's safer to go into the air because of our speed. If we do a rejected takeoff, there's a very high possibility that we veer off the runway, our tires burst because of the braking force, or the runway isn't too long, so you just run off the end, you run out of runway and you go off the other ramp. And then your re-rotate is the speed that you rotate. Unfortunately, the sim decided to set standard crossing level 6.7, correction 6.6 now. Check. Anyways, as I was saying, before the sim decided to kill itself, so unfortunately it didn't enjoy the kick as much as we usually would in that case. But anyways, our re-rotate is where we get the aircraft into the air, and our V2 speed is the minimum airspeed required in order to land that safely with one engine. So say you have one engine fail after V1, then you must accelerate to said V2 speed in order to have a safe continuous climb from the ground. But yeah, that's just a little rundown of what those speeds stand for. Planning on flying here for a while. Let's see if we can get any shortcuts here. Man, but we have 23 knots kilometer already. Tell you what, I'm going to turn on the autopilot. Autopilot is on. After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete. Okay, so let's get a direct to Sulus, shall we? Because that's just a shortcut and I don't want to mess with that weather today. Thai 923 Heavy requesting direct Sulus. Direct Sulus approved, climb flight level 250, Thai 923. Okay, passing flight level 100, lights off, sign off. Direction real quickly, and we're going to delete our fixed page because we don't need that anymore. Okay guys, now that being said, we are eventually going to get our clearance to climb up to our cruising altitude of 31,000 feet initially, and I will catch you guys in the afternoon, or I should say late morning, before we start our approach into Bangkok. Thank you for staying on for so long, and now let's get into this time lapse, shall we? Okay guys, welcome back from our cruise. We are around, what is the time at the moment? 4:45. We are expected to arrive at 5:29. So we are around 45 minutes away from our destination, but not too far from our top of the sun. So we're going to start setting up the aircraft for our arrival. Let's first request the EPIS information so we know what the weather down at Bangkok is looking like. So let's go camera throttle Sierra. AI and sound. While that is sending, let's go ahead and get some charts for our arrival. That was quick. That was very quick. Okay, so Bangkok to Frankfurt, 17 which was, okay. So I'm not doing this in real time, so I just haven't a little bit different, but I remember this 1920 right, 20 at the bottom on the to the left, and 120 yeah, 2003 championship 20 B114 Phoenix 1011. Go ahead and set that. 101. 101. Let's do that in the full standby queue. Love it. Okay. Point value at 130. Let's just make sure that is what it looks. Yeah, 130 is set. Everything else is normal information empty. Okay, so let's get our arrival chart. We don't need the departure chart, we don't need the airport chart for Frankfurt, the same over there. Okay, so we are expected to arrive at the Villa 1 Charlie departure, arrival, sorry. So that would take us from Paris, which is over here, down to Villa, down to Villa, we need to be below 18,000 feet, which is set over here, 18,000 below. And then at Bravo Sierra 514, we need to be between 1,000 and 4,000, which is checked. And then after that, at Meccan, we need to be above 11,000 feet, that is checked. And at Bravo Sierra 515, we need to be above 9,000 feet, that is also checked. And actually, we need to be above 6,000 feet. So for those of you wondering, the line above the number determines that you need to be below subline. So if this line over here is above 18,000 feet, you need to be below 18,000 feet. And if the line is below that number, then you need to be above it. And if it's above and below, then you need to be in between this. So, little general knowledge for you. Let's go over the notes, nothing too special. That's for lost phones, something we need to worry about that. Okay, so radar is required, which we have how to cancel possible distance detected on star after the clearance will be given by ATC. If I need to compare with flight instructions about ATC immediately. Okay, that's fine. And max speed is 50 knots below 10,000, that is fine. Okay, so let's go look at our approach shot. Now I am going to take the ILS for runway 19 Julie because that's what the real aircraft use. So it just makes sense to do that. Alright, there we go. And it will fly for runway 19. Alright, so let's approach time to Delta Echo 09 and then turn left at Delta Echo 4. I've gone out to this 4,000 and then initially, and then after that we have gone around to 5,000 completed from Delta 110, that's fine. And looking at our arrival, it would be standard 3-degree slope, that is fine. Our minimum is 250 feet. I can go ahead and set that over here. So, let's go on to 50 feet is set. Let's go ahead and do our landing performance. See if we can actually stop. Which should be an issue, but well, that's okay. So see what I'm gonna do. 107 knots, stop up and making sure that oh, no, not that. Fine, there we go. Wind is 120 at 6 knots, and that's going to make a big difference, but that'll be fine. Temperature 20, dew point, then marker, 101. Okay. Okay, we are at 155, landing at 4001, so we should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back in here. Let's see. So 220 per man, let's calculate our weight for arrival. So we have 17.8 tons fuel expected to, we're expected to have 17.8 tons of fuel as we arrive. How much is our reserve fuel? We can go check over here. Go to index performance Seriously, it's 303 tons, and then our expected arrival fuel is 17.8, out which will be roughly 20 tons. We just think about that to 20.8. Okay. I don't know why I didn't shut it down, but 0.8. There we go. And we have a limited capacity, which means 140 knot line. Okay. Everything else good looks good over here. There's no non-standard imagery in the area. Let's go ahead and find out with our star. Let's see. It is 1,800 feet and 1,200 to the right of our arrival. Okay. So it's on top of it. Let's go ahead and do the separation or approach briefing, and then we can go ahead and take it back to our passengers. So it is going to be a AIRBUS from the 19 into Bangkok with the Wheeler 1 Charlie Arnold arrival. In terms of the constraints we have for arrival, we need to have a maximum from Wheeler below 1,000 feet and the rest of the chart says. Weather conditions looking good, we have good visibility, and in terms of our approach itself, means for our arrival is going to be 250 feet. In case of go around, entry time is up to 4,000. And then after that we climb up to 5,000. We need to turn left before we do any of that either way, and we're going to be climbing as we make that left hand side turn. Our arrival is going to be the standard 3 degree glide path to runway 19, and we have a minimum of 250 feet to go to set. It's going to be a auto break 1 landing. We have good landing distance, and terms of our weight, we're not critical with our weight, so we're below our maximum landing weight. I'm going to be using manual devices. Just ensure that the speaker to arm, the flaps are full, and the landing gear is done. It will be done by a landing inspector. That's about it. In terms of launch route, I don't have anything. We'll be landing on 19, and we'll be parking somewhere over here in Frankfurt, Delta. Expected time to try and replicate at Bravo 10 if that is not possible. No worries, we can make it at Bravo 11. Go here, go all the way to Bravo 4, Charlie 6, on to Tango 8, and park somewhere. We have hotspot for taxi is at Charlie 7 and Charlie 6. That's something we need to look out for, but also we just need to make sure that we don't run into anything with these on the ground. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions? Okay, I'll take that as no. And then we are done with our approach briefing. Let's go ahead and take it back to our passengers. But before we do that, let's do our approach descent process. Okay, recall. Check. No notes. We don't have any notes. Auto brake 1 is selected. Landing radar. VRS is 250. Incorrect. And VRS is 140 knots. That's 30. Minimum is 250 feet. That is set. Approach complete. Descent process completed. Let's say goodbye to our passengers now. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And the podcast will be your captain speaking. We will be starting a descent into Bangkok shortly. The aircraft temperature at the moment is 24 degrees Celsius. And we're expecting a smooth arrival. The weather looks good, calm winds from the east, so we'll be landing on runway 19. We hope you enjoyed the flight with us on Thai Flight 93, and hope to see you on board another flight shortly. If Bangkok is your final destination, enjoy your stay. If you have an onward journey, then we are wishing you a very safe onward journey. I'd like to enjoy the rest of the flight, and I'll be putting a seatbelt sign on in around 15 minutes, so if you need to use the ladder seatbelt, then feel free to do it now, as you won't get the opportunity to do it later. Thank you for your attention, and take care. Okay, now that is done. I'll go and turn and 2000 Okay. So I'm going to head onto my ring around our airport, so we know when to get fully or at least stabilized for our arrival. So it's going to be 195 at 10. I'm going to be another 7 miles speed. Today, Thai 923 is requesting runway 19 for performance. Okay, thank you for that. We'll expect runway 19 for arrival into Bangkok for Thai 983. Yeah, we already said that. Okay guys, so I'm going to speed this up just a little bit for you as we start our approach and we get closer to our final destination. Starting our approach, as you can see, we just passed 20 feet, so that's going in. Okay, so we'll start passing little 1, 2, okay, what's going on? Why is it going down on this one? Okay, the speed is right level 1, 2, 3. Now, I'll shot. Okay. Thai 983 requesting descent to 4,000 feet. There we go. And approach checklist please. Altimeter, spirit further 1, 2, approach checklist complete. Let's check. Okay, terrain is illumination, so we should be fine. You can see it on the weather display. I'm gonna go back up. Alright, so unfortunately, server is not only capture games, so it looks ugly. But oh well, what are you gonna do? So this is coming off now. There we go. Alright. What else is left over from here? Switching road. So we are extremely okay, passenger level 100 left. Sounds are on, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna change that to gate C8 because that's where the real aircraft park. It's probably not happening here. Tough one. Big 180. So let's get the spoilers out. Upward deceleration. Tops 5. I'm very lowly. Okay, we are clearly out of the push, so let's go ahead and approach. Flaps 15. Okay, roll up. Thank you. That's what I'm gonna go with 50. Okay, so just to confirm, our go on altitude is initially 4,000 feet, so once we are captured on the ILS, do that. We'll check some clouds here, so let's okay. It's going to be 180. My ATC communications. Thank you. Definitely not full. Tell you that much. Okay, can you see the airport? The airfield? Yeah. Airport is going to start. So 180 miles till we're fully established, so let's go lead off on. Over color 118.2 when established by 923. Some clocks, okay. Let's see airfield. I'll deliver that. This is getting more cold. Alright. So why is this aircraft not on the localizer yet? Should have by now. That's impressive. We get set up for an ILS. Oh well, Yeah, we did, or else it wouldn't even allow me to select approach mode. You know what, where's the frequency? We're going to tune it in manually like this. Frequency is 110.5, so 110.5 is that, why is it not? Right here. Ah.
2500.
You know? Tower, good afternoon, Car 983, fully established runway 19. That's 20. Fail on runway 19, Car 983. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Okay, I have what? Cabin crew, seats for landing? That's not what I said, my friend. Okay, there is the runway. Still have no idea where the aircraft won't get into the ILS. Okay, landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. Let's fly the aircraft, shall we? We'll just use this. I'm trying to maintain a 3-degree glass shield because aircraft decided I'm gonna give you my ILS right now, so oh well, that's fine. Okay, so
Approaching 19.
never intentional. Stabilized.
400. 300.
That's okay.
Approaching minimums.
Disregard.
200. Minimums.
Continue runways inside.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call Rudder. Okay, see that, reverse green. Vehicles, Bravo, F-17. Bravo 12195, high 933.
1,500 meters remaining.
Alright, slow right down to 10 knots. Yeah. Okay. So let's turn on to the ground frequency. So our runway will meet ground, good afternoon, 953, vacated runway 19, request taxi to gate Charlie 8. Taxi to Concourse Charlie Gate 8 via Bravo 11 Bravo Charlie 6 Golf Tango 8. Bye bye. Thank you. I don't know why I said bye bye, but okay. Okay, so that is going to be pretty much a straightforward taxi route in here. Appear the aircraft after we're done with this. So we're on Bravo, and then he wants us on to Golf, and he's gone. I'll go 8. Yeah, as expected, that's the taxi route we have. Okay, flag markers, lights off, APU coming on, flaps up, spoilers retracted, the cars can go into standby, and the radar is coming off. There's traffic. Okay, so for those of you wondering why we're turning off the weather radar, well, it uses a type of radiation to find out how the clouds are doing, and that is very poisonous to people. Like it fry their internal organs, hence why we always turn it off after landing. So that's some more GQ for you. I don't know that one. Okay. So let's look at our airtime. We are in the air for 10 hours and 9 minutes, and that is a great one. Okay, so after landing surface took us on by weather radar is off. After landing surface at the moment. I think it's not SOP. We don't have an actual after landing surface in the 777, but it's always nice, you know, to know that, so you don't accidentally radiate someone. Maximum top speed is 30 knots, so we're going to keep it right on that 3 knot gate. Let's make sure we don't run into any ground vehicles here, and should be easy going. Okay, so Golf is going to be, let's see, where are we? Alright, 1 to 3rd left, and then 3rd left, 3rd right. So there was 1, no, there was 4th left, I guess, in that case. 2 more, and then the 3rd one will be to the left. That's a lot more clear, isn't it? Now this airport is honestly amazing. One of the best airports I think, in terms of architecture, but people might disagree, and I don't care. I still think it's one of the best. Okay, so this is payware 2, this airport. I believe it was $21, I don't remember, but yeah. So the next left up here is going to be Golf. Make sure left hand side is clear, no aircraft coming from there, and no aircraft coming from there. For those of you wondering, Say Intentions does have a traffic model, but I haven't inserted it because it just costs a lot of VRAM and FPS that I would rather have flying the aircraft than looking at other aircraft's taxi. Left hand side is clear, still no aircraft on the right hand side. Surprise. Okay, so overall that was a pretty good flight. I think the landing was very good. Floated for a little bit, but that's how the 777 is. Definitely not used to the handling model. No cars coming from either side. Definitely not used to the handling model in MSFS 2024 compared to MSFS 2020. So still getting used to that. The A320s are super nice, and that's what I plan on making my next video on. Oh, you don't need to follow me. And Thai Airways International, except probably. Okay. And then our next turn is the first one to the right, over here. And then the second gate should be Charlie Gate. We're rest in place for this aircraft for however long it's going to be here. Already coming up. So maximum turn speed 10 knots. There we go. So over forward, this is a very long aircraft, so some oversteering is required. How you do that? You just judge where the center of rotation is, and then once you think you're at that center of rotation, put in full tilt, and you end up on the center line, just like that, as always. Okay, so ground crew is there, and visual docking system is also on, and there is a marshaller, WC. So APU is running, lovely, lights are off, and the radar is off. Always check that before you turn into the gate once again, so you don't radiate into the marshaller. Okay, 7 knots, nice and slow into the gate. Cabin crew, disarm all doors and cross-check. Thank you for your hard work. Okay, so welcome. This is not very straight. Dog, where do you want us? Stop. Parking brake is set. Lovely. Engine's coming off. CPU is running. Okay. Fuel control. Spotlight preserved. Let's go ahead and disarm all those. Disarm all those. Set chocks. Yes, please. The engines are turned off. What do you mean GFX? GFX being GSX. Speaking of terminal, seatbelt signs coming off. What about now? Mate, the engines are not running. What do you mean? Anyway, well, I don't know what GSX was thinking when it wanted all the way there. But well, that's GSX for you. Okay, can you please just work? Tell you what is request devolume, please? And okay. Alright, thank you for that performance. I'm gonna give him a nice, I'm gonna blind him as a result of that. Nice. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you'd like to see anything change, please do not hesitate to let me know. And just like that, keep the blue side up, enjoy the rest of your day, or have a good night, and take care.